pines where the axes sing loud. Generations deep, we're a proud, tough crowd. Hands on the Bible, the timber, the steel. Faith in the Lord, the life that we feel. God, guns and sawdust, it's in our veins. Through the sweat and the toil, through the joy and the pain, we stand on the roots of the trees we felled. Faith in the Maker, stories to tell.
Hey y'all, welcome back to God, Guns and Sawdust. We got my good friend and best friend, Eric Canady here.
Best?
Well, yeah. Yeah, best.
Does Beth know about that?
Well, all right, we won't. Well,
I mean,
she does
you are
now,
supposed
brother.
to be your best friend.
So, hey y'all, we're going to talk to y'all about what shirt Eric's wearing today.
Very
Wood
important
for
topic.
Warriors, man, and what they're about. But before we do, we're going to get started with a prayer. So if you would, just bow with me real fast. Our Almighty God in heaven above, we come to you at this time, thanking you so much for this day that you've given us, Father. A beautiful day here in Indiana. We thank you for all the blessings that you still upon us, Father. Most importantly, we thank you for Jesus who died on the cross for the remission of our sins, that we may have hope of that eternal life one day, Father. We're so thankful for the blessings that you still upon us, and we thank you for the resources that we have to do what we do for a living, Father. All these things we ask in your Son's name, Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
So, wow. Where do we start, Eric?
Ah, gosh, I don't know.
You know, one day Eric calls me up and we're talking, and he goes, "Hey, man, I'm thinking about going to North Carolina." I said, "For what?" He goes, "Well, you know, they had a hurricane down there. Dude, they need firewood, and I think we can help them." I'm like, "Man, sign me up. I want to go too." So, man, you headed up how many people, Eric?
I don't remember exactly. Was there 7 or 8?
7 or 8.
Somewhere in there, I think.
Michael Berry.
Yep.
My goodness.
Well, we kind of had like a couple extras kind of show up
While we were there.
Yeah. So
Grant was there from North
Grant.
Carolina, showed up.
Grant is one of those people. If you judge that book by the cover, you were dead wrong.
When Grant showed up, I was thinking, what? He's going to be really good help, I think. But I'm telling you what, dude, Grant got in there, man, and he
rolled up his sleeves and put his gloves on and got right into it.
Some people you look at and think, man, they're going to work out, but they're going to get tired really fast because firewood is a very, 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 very hard body strain job, and he impressed all of us.
Mhm.
The whole crew was like, "Wow, Grant," you know what I'm saying? And dude, he spoiled us all by bringing us donuts every morning.
Oh, yeah.
He brought us donuts, and man, I get to where I get cramps real bad because I don't drink enough water, or I don't drink enough, and then my legs all cramp up on me. And my son calls me LeBron every time it happens, but he ended up giving me some pickle juice, bringing it over there. But man, I would say after everybody at Swananoa, there was a lot of people that dig it, but man, dude, Grant was the man.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
He really was.
Yep.
So
There was something in the air at our work site there. There was just no quitting anybody. Anybody that drove in, anybody that got out of their truck in that parking lot just didn't have any quit in them at all once they were there. I mean,
there was how many semi-loads of logs?
Scott and Zach Page brought 8, I think, and then we had 2 loads.
One brought from Indiana.
2 loads brought from Indiana.
2 brought from Indiana.
Yep. And
Man.
Scott Page had said, "Well, if you need more, I'll send a couple more over."
Yep.
I said, "Well, we'll see how we get along through the week."
It was a week. It was what?
It was a week.
Oh man.
I mean, we had it whooped, but we had some mechanical
breakdowns.
issues,
Yep.
and one simple little part failed, and it just started snowballing and damaging other stuff, and it caused a lot of chaos.
Did, but we still got it all done.
So yeah,
and it worked out. We did how many Rick of Firewood? It was like 100 cords, 110 cords, something like that, 105.
somewhere in there.
Yep. Oh my word!
I mean, they
so much firewood.
Yeah, a lot.
But that was for the people of Swannanoa, and then that's where we met Wood for Warriors.
Yeah, well, not just Swannanoa. I mean that was
We
getting
did.
delivered
Bat Cave.
about an hour and 15-minute radius of there, really up and down the river valley areas that really got demolished. And I mean, it. You know, the news didn't show any of this stuff. You know, when I heard about the hurricane, I'm like, okay. I mean, hurricanes hit coast states all the time.
Yep.
You know, didn't think that much of it because the news wasn't making a big deal about it.
Nope.
Then you get, you know, one or two people's like, yeah, it's really bad over there. Well, then you get down this rabbit hole on YouTube and really
see what's
going
going on.
And then you get there in person, it just makes you cry.
Yep.
I mean, it is heartbreaking.
The people make you cry. The stories make you cry.
There's some tough people over there.
There is some very tough people. And, you know, a lot of the times when I hear the stories over there, a lot of them were like, well, if you do come, make sure you bring your Bible because there's a lot of people going to need it. A lot of prayers. There was people walking the streets, men and women of adults looking for their kids they couldn't find. There was kids looking for their moms and dads they could not find. There's kids that still haven't found their mom and dads and never will. Same way with the opposite way around. Some of the stories that I heard while I was there were, I don't even want to share them. What really blew my mind about the whole ordeal down there, I mean, besides, is how they did keep it from everybody. The awesome thing about North Carolina was how many people brought stuff from all over the United States because of the loving hearts that they had.
Yeah.
It really made you feel like, hey, this is America.
Yeah.
It really did.
We drove, it was about 450-ish miles, somewhere in there. I forget exactly. And then, you know, we had one guy that heard about what we were doing, and he's like, hey, I'm up in, where was Fred from? Maine? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he was from Maine.
Yep.
And he said, I'm a roofing contractor. He said, you know, kind of got freed up this week. I can come down and help you guys. What do you want me to bring? And he showed up with a dump trailer that, now I'm picturing they would use this trailer for hauling off tear off material.
The big tall one.
And I can't figure out why you need 8-foot tall sides on a dump trailer to put shingles in.
Dude.
But holy cow, that trailer would hold a lot of wood.
And he had that brand new Ford truck. He'd pull that thing, one of them trimmers, I think, or something like that. But whatever, dude. I mean, that thing was built to pull, I'm telling you. And he hauled, 10 loads out there, and he comes back and said, well, we got a problem. He's like, what's that? Well, something broke on it.
Yeah, it broke a leaf spring.
It did.
And right as he was pulling into, or getting ready to pull in and unload. So he was able to get it dumped off and they could chain the axle up and brought it back. And he said, well, I guess that kind of ended my trip a little bit early, but he found a place on the way home to stop and get it fixed. So
he did.
But yeah, it was, I remember he had that thing backed underneath of the conveyor that I had on the processor. And as I'm sitting there, I'm watching that wood pile up, and I'm like, I'm doing the math in my head, and I was like, holy cow. I was like, somebody get him to pull this out from underneath it here. We're going to break this trailer.
Right.
Because I was sitting there doing the math, figuring out how much wood was on there. And it's like,
at least 7 or 8 rig.
It was, I think that was
two and a half cords.
I think that was a 12-foot trailer, but it was 14,000 pound. But those were, so it'd be like 7 by 12. And I think they were 6-foot sides.
They were
I think it was 4 foot on top of the factory, 2-foot sides.
Metal sides too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a nice setup.
It was.
But yeah, it was
way too much for that thing.
A lot. I think we figured it up. It could almost have, a good 2.5 cords on it.
Sure. Every bit of it.
I mean, and the thing you got to think about is even if, and that might have been within the trailer's rating, maybe.
Yep, maybe.
But what you got to keep in mind is the roads over there a lot of them, especially where these loads of firewood were going, the roads
We're gone.
are trashed.
Yeah,
I
gone.
mean, it's really, really rough on trucks and trailers to get around over there.
It is.
When you're loaded. So, I mean, that was a big consideration. And I guess back here, when we take someone a trailer load of wood, it's a trailer, like it's heaped on there until it's falling off. And I'm like, oh, I guess it's full now,
Yep.
And over there, nah. And I'm like, what's the deal? And they're like, well, the state patrol gets real fussy about it. And then, they're like on top of that, the roads and
yeah.
And the mountains and, I mean, I guess, okay. Yeah. When you get driving around over there, it starts making sense,
Indiana. Today I was like right down the road from my dad's log yard doing a little job, and I needed a skid steer. So I just take it out and drive down the median right to where I'm going, pull off in the thing. You know what I mean? We just get her done. Cop goes by, he's waving as he's going by. Hey, that's TKP. It was great. I was like, man, I love Indiana. But yeah, I'm telling you what, man, that was one awesome experience for me when we went to North Carolina, man.
It was a good.
And then you met Wood for Warriors.
Yep.
Aaron and Amber come out and helped us one day, and we got to meet them. And Eric was telling us all about them because everybody was working so much.
Right.
We really couldn't say, "Hey, man, my name's this," and talk for 30 minutes. We were getting her done, and I never will forget it. Eric's like, "Hey, let's take them over some wood, man." I was like, "What?" Because, man, they can use firewood over there. They said they could. We were going to give them a little bit. We did end up giving them a trailer full. What,
well,
did they come over?
Yeah. So, they had. I had gotten in contact with Aaron before we went down.
Okay.
By happenstance.
Yeah.
Someone just gave me his contact info, and I was looking for some resources over there, and that's how I ended up getting hooked up with him. But and he said, "Well, yeah, we'd love to come and help you all." And then I said, "Well, they've got a firewood mission for veterans, so they supply firewood to veterans, military veterans, for free." And I was like, "Well, that's just as good a cause as what we're doing." And it's an hour drive for them. I said, there's no sense, they were bringing their dump trailer over. They were like making a delivery to a veteran or something and then coming to help us. And I was like, well, you're not taking an empty trailer home. And then one day because of our breakdowns, we were like under the gun. We had dump trucks and dump trailers showing up every 5 minutes. And, we were kind of broke down and a little down on production. And so they went home empty handed. And I was like, yeah, we got to make that up to him.
And you did. We got everybody there. There was like 5 or 6 trucks. We loaded them to the max. And we all made a train to go down there. We were all lined up.
I think there's 4.
Was there 4?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm going to make sure. Aaron and Amber from Wood for Warriors have no clue that we're bringing firewood. They know we're coming by, but they have no clue. So let's watch their reaction. They split firewood for the veterans all around. This is what they do. They split firewood for the veterans for free, and they deliver it to them. It's an awesome cause. Wood for Warriors. You guys got to check them out on Facebook. They stand for really good stuff, and it's awesome. Our veterans need this. That is a big Indiana boom, baby. And when we get there, Eric's like, Alan, get out, walk down there, man. Don't let them know we're coming. Just walk in there and, you know what I mean? So,
well, we also want to make sure we're pulling in the right driveway because you couldn't see the house from the road.
Where they live is in the middle of nowhere. So I'm like, you want me to walk down a driveway with bibs on? Now I got my old bibs on and one of them's broke. So one's on, straps on and one straps off.
You wear it like that anyways.
Oh, I know. Most of the time. I got my hat sideways, kind of like.
I was going to say, that's normal.
Normal.
It's Appalachian version of Alan.
Hey, so I can stand up straight. Normally I feel like I'm strapped down. So if I take one of them off, I'm all right. You know what I mean? So, I mean, when I get down there, I'm walking down the driveway and I got one, like I say, one strap on. And all of a sudden, he looks at me. Aaron does. He's like, his wife does. Hey, Aaron. Dude, Aaron's got his head down. Here he comes down the driveway. Like, who's this guy coming down the driveway? I'm like, yeah, I know, man. I got my teeth in. Don't worry, buddy. It's me. It's Alan. You know what I mean? he gets right to me. He's like, hey, what are you doing? I was like, oh, hey, man. Everybody's pulling in. They want to tell you bye. You know what I mean? So I just got a video of them pulling in.
Well, they knew we were coming.
Yep. He's like, oh, okay. He turns right back around, back to splitting wood. So him and his wife and his 10-year-old son splitting firewood for the veterans for free when we get there. They're not sitting around drinking coffee. Oh, no, No, they're working. You know what I mean? And they do it all the time.
Yep.
Trying to get ready for the next year. And, oh, man, still gives me cold chills talking about it. Well, when we pulled in, everybody pulled in after I was standing there. I never will forget it, man. Aaron started bawling. All of them did. Because they couldn't believe we brought, 25 rick of wood right at it? 20 rick of wood?
Your math is wild.
10?
Just messing with you.
We did something, but anyway, he's like
4 loads.
4 loads, about 4 rick.
About 3 or 4 each, probably. Well, you have about 3 on Ed's truck and 2 on my truck, 3 in my trailer.
So
there was
about
another
10,
trailer
11
anyway.
rigs, something like that. It was still, and it was an awesome time. And whenever we got done, I was like, man, so you guys do all this for the veterans? Yeah. We do it all for the veterans. We don't, we just get it done because, they served, they gave us our freedom. So we're going to go out and help them. They need our help. And I'm like, I don't see why we cannot do what I see go on at the Hoosier Firewood Hysteria, where a whole bunch of people here in Indiana get together and they go split firewood for a veterans camp up in Greenstown, Indiana, which is over by Marion, Indiana.
Greentown, yeah.
Greentown.
It's right east of Kokomo. Greentown's a little blob,
bitty
7 houses or whatever, and a 60-acre campground.
So Aaron's
big.
like, "Are you serious? There's people that do that?" I'm like, "Yeah." I don't see why the Woodhounds might come out here and help you out. Do the same thing for your veterans. He goes,
"Yep.
Well, I gotta check this out." So he come out there, man. We checked everything out, and
he came to Indiana. He came to
Indiana. That when we went over there, it was in March, right? And he came.
No, it was February.
February.
Yeah.
And he came to Wood for Warriors at the end of
Hoosier Firewood
April.
Hysteria.
Yep. Hoosier Firewood Hysteria.
Yep. Beginning of April.
Beginning of April. Yep.
Yeah. But I'd never even heard of Hysteria. It's 2 hours from my house.
Yep.
And I was like, how did I not ever know about this? Well, it's only the 3rd year, but still. And but yeah, it was I'm glad he came out for that because it really opened his eyes. And he's like, so then Labor Day weekend, him being there at Hysteria really kind of got a good vision of how this needs laid out and orchestrated to have that many different people and machines working in one place. Because you'd have no clue how to organize. I mean, you just have stuff shoved up everywhere and it'd just be a mess.
That was the thing whenever we did that, and we ended up going to North Carolina after we figured out what to do.
Labor Day weekend.
We didn't know what we were going to expect. We knew about how many people were going to be there. Man, we had a guy come all the way from Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
He was the one that was the furthest one away. We had a couple guys come from London, Kentucky. Oh, man. We had guys from right around the area, Foothills Firewood. We had
Jason
Penix, yep. Yeah. So many people. I can't name
He's
them
pretty
all.
local. Yeah.
There
Ed
was,
and Gina came over.
Yep. Gina, Ed. My goodness. There were so many people. And we did so many cords of firewood there too.
Mm-hmm.
There was 5
60 some, I think.
Yep.
What we figured up roughly.
5 wood processors. 2 of them didn't run. They broke down.
I was like, good thing we got so many.
That's right. We had a lot. And one guy was there with one of them.
Gotta have a backup for a backup. Well,
right.
they were like, they offered to bring theirs, and then we're like, well, we got 2 dead ones here. You better call them up and take them up on that.
That's right. It did happen that way.
It was like running a chainsaw. This one run out of gas. Throw it over the hill. Let's get another one.
Right. True. Yeah. And we did a lot of firewood that weekend. That was just 2 days.
Yeah.
2 days. How many cords do you think we did there?
60-something.
60-something cords.
65-ish.
2 days.
Yeah. And that was year 1.
Year 1.
And there was
Wood for Warriors.
There were 3. There was an excavator. Scott was an excavator. He did a good job with that.
Excavator.
And then there was a dump truck and a large debris truck owned by one of the tree services that was moving logs from another part of the property into the wood yard. While we're in the middle of working there, we had Jason was in the skid steer with a splitter on it.
Yep.
And then there was another skid steer with a screw type splitter. And then there was another. Cool. Yeah, then there was 2 other skids. We had 4 skid steers. And there was another one that broke down. Same thing as like with the processors, you know, you can, how much equipment do we need? All of it.
All of it. I've still got people today wanting to know about next year because, man, they're coming. And I'm serious. It'll just grow and grow and grow every year. And that's the cool part about it is for our veterans who serve our country, you know.
That have been
active.
Largely neglected and forgotten, honestly. A lot of them are, I think quite a bit of them. There's a lot of veterans in that area.
Oh, yeah.
I think that a good majority of them, I believe, are like Vietnam era, which is a big part of the at Hysteria. That's at the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Campground. Yep. So, I mean, you know, Vietnam vets got the short end of the stick.
Sure they did.
And they came home and got an even shorter end. They got
Sure they did.
They got treated like third-rate citizens, really.
Yep. Really sad deal.
It is.
This is one of the coolest things, though, Wood for Warriors, man, when they do that for our veterans. And that's the thing about it. I said, now, is there a certain type of person that you sell it to, you know what I mean, or give it to? And he's like, no. We don't care if you're rich, poor, middle class. You need firewood, we're bringing it to you.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome.
Yep. And there's a vetting process. I mean, they have to show proof. Process, They have to show proof, you know, but there wouldn't be any problem. So
we're looking to do that here in Indiana pretty soon, too.
We're working on it.
So I think that would be great. And I'm pretty sure if we do get it started here in Indiana, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do full time whenever. I probably won't do any side firewood. I'll probably just do Wood for Warriors full time.
Alan, because it doesn't pay.
I know. That's what it's the reward of doing it.
It doesn't pay. It pays in ways money can't equate to.
Exactly.
But that's another important topic too, though. Since it doesn't pay, Aaron and Amber have spent lots and lots and lots of money doing this whole thing. I mean, they have fundraisers, events to try to raise money for it. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, this sounds great. I want to get involved. But, you know, it's you got to figure out the capital in first.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a salty venture. It's a good way to dispose of a lot of money. You know, you get 9-10 mile a gallon hauling firewood around, you know.
Yeah.
Your all the hours, expenses, you know, the equipment, cutting the wood, hauling the wood, you know, it's just a nonstop,
never stops
cash disposal system, you know, so it's got to be funded somehow.
Sure.
So for anyone that thinks that sounds great, I'd like to get something going like that. You know,
yeah, it's a lot
get some finance lined up one way or another.
Yep.
And then, you know, a lot of people say, well, I would like to be able to help, but I'm not in good physical condition or I live too far away. You can go right on their website and click the donate button, and it would mean the absolute world to any of us because, like I just said, it is an extremely expensive venture. So
It is.
If you're able to help out that way,
That would be great.
that would be great.
I know Aaron and Amber, they definitely need that
Yeah.
for sure, because it does take a lot to get firewood to veterans.
Well, and they deliver within an hour radius.
Within
So, I
an
mean,
hour
you're
radius.
could be 80 miles round trip.
Yep.
You know, that's 9-10 mile a gallon. You know, you can sit here and do the math on it, but I
Sure.
mean,
I agree totally. So if y'all can help out Wood for Warriors, go check them out here on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. They're out there. So,
and their website.
and their website, woodforwarriors.com. Hey y'all, TKP here from Guns and Sawdust. If you're battling logs and back pain like I do, Log Ox is a game changer. I've known the Roberts family for years, and they're a 100% American-made tool, like the 3-in-1 forestry multi-tool that lifts, rolls, and elevates logs with up to 93% less strain, help you work smarter from harvest to hearth. Click the link in the show notes, gear up for the first order, and use code GGS10 for $10 off. Now offering free worldwide shipping. Log Ox, built tough in the USA for real work. And that is a big Indiana boom baby. Okay, y'all, we're going to change the subject a little bit. We're going to talk about firewood.
Are we selling it this time?
We want to sell firewood. And a lot of people love the term cords. You know, when you talk firewood, 99.5 people only know cords and face cords. But in Indiana, we're a little bit different, right?
Right.
Right.
Hey, some states, they have legal guidelines of the quantity and unit of measure that firewood is allowed to be sold in their state. So, like in some states, literally that a quarter fraction of is the only way people.
Right. Indiana's not more than people.
No, we're a bunch of hillbilly heathens, and there's a lot of slang terms, and I think a lot of areas have slang terms too.
Growing up, man, we sold ricks of firewood. Rick. They're like, what's a rick? Now, this is the way I was told. This is what we always done. Everybody I sold to, this is what they went by. And that's a rick of wood, 4 feet tall, 8 feet long. And the length does not matter. The only way I sold it was 14 to 16 inches. Cordwood or logs, even.
Got two even lengths. It doesn't say how long the lengths.
No, because it does not matter.
That is the exact problem with that term. It does not define the length of the wood.
This is why it doesn't matter, because you're going to tell the person what lengths you want.
Right.
So when I get a rick of wood from somebody, I'm like, all right, buddy, you want a rick? Yep, cool. What lengths you want it? Well, I like 14s. Can you do 14s, or is that too short? No, I can do that. Now, I have had one guy go, will you do 24 inches? I did it one time. Yeah, I could do that. You know what? The last time I ever done that, because when I threw my truck full, I had a rick and a half when I used to have 2 ricks.
Right.
So, did I deliver the 30 rick of wood that was 24 inches? Yes, I did. The next year, he called me up and he said, hey, man, I want the same thing. Cool. That will be $82.50 a rick.
Right.
Huh? Well, I'm not doing that. Well, man, that's double the wood, dude. That's what it cost me. So, that's
50% more than a 16-inch.
Yeah, better believe it. It's crazy.
I mean,
do you think that's why he did that?
I know that's why he did that.
Well, I mean, he probably had an outside wood boiler. That's probably why he did that.
It was a boiler. It was 36 inches, and he was happy with 24. And I was like, cool. But I had never. I was young.
You didn't think about
a boiler before. They were new in my neighborhood, and I was like, sure. And that was stupid.
What were we talking about math with him earlier?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, I predominantly sell 2 different length sizes of wood. 16-inch. So I'll just start all over. When a customer or potential client calls or messages asking about firewood, their first question is 90% of the time, how much is it per rick? Or whatever. They want to know a price. And I'm like, well, do you want inside wood or outside boiler wood? I won't even accept discussion of the word rick in terms of boiler wood, because I'm like, no, I'm going to sell it to you by the cord. Because the problem, here's why. Because when they know that there's 3 ricks in a cord, at least when it's 16-inch wood.
It is.
But there's only 2 when it's 24-inch wood.
Yes.
So they get all fussy when they figure, they're like, you want how much per rick for outside boiler wood? Like, why does it cost so much more? And like, people get unreasonable. They don't understand the simplest of math. I don't know if they didn't teach math at the school they went to. I don't know. It's pretty. We're not talking about your math.
Yeah, that's another.
I don't know. I don't know why it's such a hard concept, but I mean, it just is. And I don't, I had one get. I was trying to explain it to a customer the other day, or a potential customer, I should say, and he's like, "Well, that's not even 4 ricks." And I'm like, "There never was 4 in a cord unless it's 12 inches long." No. I'm like, "Where do you I see? Like I don't understand," and it's frustrating because I've got so many customers that have just been taken advantage of in the past. And a guy come to pick some up in a short bed, 1/2-ton truck and said he got 2 ricks on it before.
I know, man.
I'm like, no, you didn't. And then he's like, yeah, I did.
You have to stack that thing over the cab. You have to have racks over the cab.
He got 3/4 of a face cord in his truck and was worried about his tires squatting when he came and picked it up for me.
Oh, my goodness.
And I'm like, man, I said, if anyone sold you 2 ricks, I said, they didn't sell you 2 ricks of it. He said, well, they were little shorter pieces. I'm like, there we go again.
Yep, short pieces. So it's almost like a guy with an outside burner.
A lot of people getting misled.
They do.
And misinformed, or
So let me ask you this: you've sold a lot of people, boiler wood.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever noticed people with boiler wood say, "Man, I want them big pieces.
Yeah,
I don't want no small pieces." Now, see, my dad, living on 40, we lived there on US 40 growing up, and my dad had a Taylor stove.
Mm-hmm.
Them things were stupid. I can't stand a daggone Taylor stove because I'm telling you right now, man.
One of our listeners probably thinks it's a great, and it probably is for them.
Yeah, okay. Taylor, you had to clean them out real bad, but we had to feed the dragon. That's what I kept saying, man. I fed the dragon every day. But he would say, split it like you would for inside. Why? Number 1, it don't hurt my back picking it up, putting it in the daggone stove. Number 2, you can stack a row up in there. When that calls for that air to come in, it ain't trying to take a piece this big around and try to start it. It'll get that fire up. The heat will come up and it'll shut the fan off.
Mm-hmm.
And you won't burn up near as much wood. Well, near as much wood was still, 10 cord a year? They come that big old thing. But I've just never understood why people want to put, hey, man, put it in there and fit through the door, won't it? Put it on in there.
Well, because what I run into, now, I mean, we could get into a whole other discussion about BTUs of green wood versus dry wood, seasoned wood, whatever. It's just math.
It is.
But math doesn't apply to firewood.
Nope.
But, you get a certain amount. You get the same amount of BTUs,
Yeah.
So it's just math formulas. But
it is.
But they think, I get people, it's crazy how many people that have outside boilers. Yeah, I thought people would have those so they save money cutting their own firewood. And in that case, that's why they didn't want to split it down smaller, because it's more work for them. But I think that most boiler people think that a larger piece will last longer, the green wood lasts longer. Of course it lasts longer. It has to burn all the water out of it first.
Right. You're not getting.
And the big piece, it's harder for it to burn the water out of it because it's still sealed in. I mean, I think that they think that seasoned wood is just going to burn up just like that. It's like, well, don't put so much of it in there.
Right.
I don't
It'll
know.
coal up real good. It'll stay hot.
Yeah.
Your fan won't come on and burn it all up. I agree. I really do. And yeah, seasoned wood is good. My dad did not like green wood neither. Now he don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The new one he's got, it don't care.
No.
It don't.
No. I think the selling point, and I think the allure of an outside boiler has always been, well, it doesn't matter what you put in it, but that doesn't mean it performs better
Means you have to
with
clean
green
more.
wood. It means it's safe to burn green wood in.
Sure.
You don't have to be a year ahead
Sure.
But you still would be better off in the long run if you were.
So we went from Taylor to Central Boiler. We had Central Boiler for 20 years.
Mhm.
That one was 14 years old before you had to go get a new one.
Yep.
That's insane.
You couldn't afford a new one today.
No. What? 20 grand?
15?
15?
I know that about 4 years ago, a 6048 was like 15, not including, I mean, that's just the unit, not including any installation or other parts that you need for it. So
a lot of people wonder how them work. Pretty cool how they work.
they work pretty well.
Water circulates through a coil and then fan blows it through your register.
We could have a whole nother.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah. I mean, we could do that sometime because I mean we can cover a lot of different heating appliances.
Definitely.
It's not even a bad topic, but it's not for this.
We got
not for this episode.
Firewood. Now, if you're gonna, what would you think in Indiana? There's a lot of discussion about if you're not selling firewood for $100 a rick or $300 a cord. Sorry, $300 a cord, then don't sell firewood. It's not worth it. What do you say about that?
Well, worth it could be a relative term, but I mean, there's so many different. I think my favorite thing about the firewood business is that you could do it any way you want to.
You really can.
You can use a handsaw and an axe and sell a Walmart sack full of it if you want to. I mean, or you can go buy a knuckle boom and a semi and a processor and 4 wheel loaders and a 20-acre property and pave it all and whatever. I mean, you could do it however you want to do it. So it's very versatile.
Yep.
Gives people flexible scheduling. They can do it whenever they want on their time. But obviously, so like my business, we do, like property maintenance, landscaping, a little bit of everything. And then we also do firewood. Well, really, at this point, the firewood needs to become its own business, but I can't do that because it needs the reputation of my Google thing. That's a whole nother.
Right.
I don't want to start all over on Google.
Right.
And Google is a really, really vital part, but we'll circle back to that.
We will.
So, now that squirrel got me distracted.
It did again.
It did it again. Somebody shoot that thing.
Squirrel. Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, let's go to Google then. You got to really. Oh, I know where I was at. So, we've got commercial vehicles, commercial insurance policy.
Oh yeah.
In Indiana and probably anywhere, you've got to have your dump truck or dump trailer has to be plated for the amount of weight that it can weigh when it's loaded.
Yep.
The bigger the plate, the more that costs. Again, we're getting 10 miles a gallon everywhere we're going, that kind of thing. So my overhead is going to be different than the guy that's splitting with his Fiskars.
Definitely.
I'm buying my logs most of the time, running them through a processor, sometimes paying employees to help. Not always, sometimes, once in a while. I really try to do most of the firewood by myself.
Sure.
Because myself
Every
and
firewood guy almost has to even make money anyway.
Well, it's not just that, but you can't seem to hire people that know tree species, or you can't train them quality standards. I don't know. It's just easier. I like working by myself, but or with Alan. I like working with Alan.
Yeah, we
haven't done that in a minute, but
it's been a while.
Yes. But there's so many different ways to do the firewood business. You can get tree service wood and whittle it down.
There's a lot of people that do that. I know a tree service guy right now.
But that's all going to affect your price.
It will.
That was what I was getting at.
He told me the same thing. He goes, Alan, hey man, I have a guy that I take my firewood to in my dump truck, and if I show up and he likes it, he gives me $120 for it because he sells firewood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what? $120? He goes, yeah, I took him 6 loads the other day. You figure that up. I was dumping it in somebody else's place for free. Now I'm taking it to somebody and getting money out of it. What do you think I'm going to do? I'm not giving it away for free. I was like, I don't blame you, buddy. You know what I mean? But that guy, and he still makes money off what he pays for it because he's taking it to Indy, making the big bucks.
Yep.
It is. It's all about what, there is some people that say that you should just not do it if you're not getting over $100 or $300 a cord, but I get $225 to my residentials. Okay.
Let's see, we're getting 240.
Yep. I get $220.
That's not even delivered.
Right. And we're delivering it, but that's close. And people that I know, and older people, I don't care. You know what I mean? You're an older person. There's no way you're going to be able to go out and get heat. Then I'm not going to you know what I mean?
Right.
I just keep
You're going
it
to try to
what
help them
I
out.
think. Sure.
You got to take care of the
You
widows
do,
and orphans and stuff.
especially in your neighborhood. And so myself, like $75 a face cord is what I sell it for. So that's what I sell it for. That is local, redneck, not city people that burn it. I mean, your state, I know up in Maine, man, it could go anywhere from $750 a cord. And I'm like, shut the front door. Got little bitty trees up there. What makes it go way up like that? I mean, but that's what they do is firewood. I mean, that's what.
And the pole logs like that
Yep.
are great for a processor,
Yep.
but you know, you get less production in a smaller diameter stuff.
You do.
Sometimes
man.
it's faster because you don't have the resplits, but sometimes it's slower because there's that much less volume per cycle, and
You're going to get splinters out of it too because it's so
yeah,
small,
a
it's
lot
gonna
more
cut.
debris and
Oh, yeah.
trash, and you know that's and some of these guys are killing it and don't even know it with just their splitter and their dump trailer.
Sure.
And they don't even realize they've got it made. And then next thing you know, they're $500,000 in debt and have a machine they can't feed or can't get the right material for, or they're not getting the production out of it that they expected because, you know, back
Sure.
to the material you're putting in it thing.
And
So,
what hurt us in Indiana when everything went like COVID came,
mhm.
dude, that hurt the firewood industry big time because guess what? Every farmer, every little buddy that could get to a treetop, didn't have to work all day, dude, they were cutting that sucker up and making piles.
Mhm.
So you had a guy starting out when it used to be your busy time in October, they had 30 ricks to sell. Well, somebody that,
They had 10 cords.
yeah, that was it. So you take 10 cords here, 10 cords there, 10 cords there. This guy over here did 10 cords. So they all got their names in the hat
Right.
now that never even had it in there. All them people that you sold wood to see it for $5 cheaper. Hey man, dude, that's 10 rick. I'm gonna go get that. They don't. You have loyal ones, and then you have ones that
Right.
just, man, if you get a really good deal, why wouldn't you? And I
Right.
don't blame you.
It's-
Do what you got to do.
Loyalty is very much earned in the firewood business.
is.
And it's,
They don't go anywhere. Once you've done your job, you supply their firewood every year, nonstop. They're get it done. Now, right now, it's very hard for me to do firewood because I've got logging, I've got podcasts,
mhm.
I've got this going on over here and that. And then I got to watch this and do this. Plus, I got to do firewood. And it's really, really difficult. But, man, it's just very time consuming.
Yeah.
Firewood is a big, big business and it takes work, dedication. Many times my back hurts so bad, but no matter what, I still had to go get it done because Mary down the street still needed
Right.
firewood.
Oh gosh, the other day I was just under the gun all day. I was behind on production. I was literally almost running late to my deliveries that day.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I hate this. I'll stay up and work all night if I have to. I got to get ahead. Like, I can't stand this, you know?
You've done it before, too. 'Cause
Yeah.
You've got lights on your processor.
That's right. We work late sometimes. Try to be considerate of other people within earshot or, you know, where the lights might shine at their windows or something. We're in a pretty rural area, but the light travels a long way.
I bet it does. Yeah, I could probably get away with it at my house, too. Putting firewood at the log yard also.
Yeah.
We're up in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
So.
But
Yeah.
I think that what I have found the best things for my firewood business, and this would apply almost no matter what kind of, like, these are my tips. So, like, no matter the size of your firewood business or what kind of material you're using, no matter your business model, these things are going to be the biggest things that I've found that would help your business. So, be reliable and consistent and on time. When you tell someone you're going to be there at 9 a.m., you had better be in their driveway at 9 a.m. You know, you got to do what you say you're doing, and then, you know, be professional, but bring a good quality product.
Sure.
Quit giving them rotten stuff, big nasty crotch pieces. You know, they
That's
don't want
the
that.
biggest thing.
I learned this year, you know, this processor uses a hydraulic cylinder to measure the length of each piece. They're so consistent on length, and then I just throw the crotch pieces out. You know, I don't. Our wood stacks up real pretty. Well, I made the connection this year. I had several customers talking about how much their wives liked the wood they got from us, and it clicked. The women like the pretty stack it makes.
Oh yeah. Yep, they do.
Oh, and then I understood. You know, the guys, they don't care.
They don't care.
But the women, they're like, oh, that
Just
just stacked up so pretty. That looks so nice.
In front of my house. Yep.
And that's the thing. You got to know your audience, know your customers, you know, whatever. You got to market it to them in the way they want it.
I totally
And they want a
agree.
good product delivered by someone that looks halfway professional in a truck that isn't falling apart, and they'll pay for it. But Google, having a business listing on Google, and this is why I was saying I don't want to split up my Firewood side right now because I'd have to start all over with that. But the best, absolutely the best leads I ever get are from Google. You know, people searching Firewood, and it pulls us up. We've got good reviews, and that it's just basically a done deal every time they call off of that.
Speaking of the internet, the Firewood marketplace.
You
Guys,
tell me about that.
There's people signed up in this right now that's selling firewood out of the Firewood marketplace right here. Look at them. Right here's where they're at right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's quite a bit of them. Okay, so what's special about this? This right here, everybody talks about Facebook Marketplace. You go on there, man, you try to find firewood. Someone says, hey, yeah, man, I'll bring you some firewood. Give me half the money now, and I'll give you the firewood, and you can pay me the rest of it. And then they never show up. This right here does not work that way. Whenever you order firewood from anybody right here on the map, they're gonna get an email. It's gonna pop up. They're going to confirm the date that you want to bring it. When they get there, they will take a picture of it. They will send it to you. You will open it up. You'll get a notification. You'll look it up. You'll say, wow, it's in my driveway, exactly where I wanted it. Cool. You'll pay them. They'll get paid before they leave the driveway. Now, this is what makes it different than everybody else. Right at the bottom of that, it's going to tell you that, right, you can send them the picture and everything. They confirm it. They can write a review on how you dropped it off, the time that you showed up. He was on time. He dropped it off. Everything looks great. Firewood was, see right there's the review. The firewood was everything he said it was going to be. I would recommend him to anybody. Now here's the best part. The guy that dropped it off can talk about, hey, it was very easy to back in and dump it. The lady was very nice. I got paid before I left. Very good customer. Now, this is the biggest thing. Say I get used to you as a firewood deliverer. Man, the guy's there every day on time. Guys, I get oak, hickory, cherry, best wood I've ever had. I don't need this app. Guess what? The app did its job.
Mm-hmm.
It connected you to. You never have to worry about this ever again, getting ripped off with firewood because the guy said he was going to bring it. He never showed up. My kids are cold. I don't know what to do. This totally gets rid of it. Because if you don't uphold your end of the bargain, guess where they're coming back to?
Yep.
The app to find somebody else on here they're going to buy firewood from. That keeps everybody honest and safe. Now, let's say you have 5 people there in Indiana, all around the same area, just like that one. What they're going to try to do is they all want to help you, okay? They all want you to buy from them. So they're going to do their best to be there on time, give you exactly what you want. They're going to fight for it. So their prices might go down or go up. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Really good for no more Facebook Marketplace, Firewood. marketplace. The Firewood marketplace is a place to go, guys. This right here is going to change it all. I mean, it really will.
So how do people find? So like, obviously, us in the industry would end up being on there because you just told us all about it. Because probably 60 or 70% of the Firewood people are already watching this podcast. But how do
the guy who
customers find
the guy who is developing the site? Is actually running like Google ads and stuff for it now.
He is running Google ads for it.
Cool.
I wanted to clarify something that you guys were talking about. I believe the way it works is when a customer buys the firewood, I think it actually does charge the customer at that moment. But it kind of like holds the money in like an escrow account.
Yeah.
The seller doesn't get the money yet.
Right.
Until they've delivered it and the customer verifies it's been delivered.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, but it's not like the seller is taking a risk by showing up and delivering the firewood and not getting the money. The customer has paid for it, but the seller doesn't get the money until they deliver it.
Right.
So it protects both sides.
Sure.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. It protects both sides.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And I think another thing to go along with what Eric was asking, you were mentioning your own personal Google reputation on reviews. You can actually if you listed your firewood on the Firewood Marketplace on Google or Facebook or wherever, you can post links directly to your listings.
Yeah.
So you can still use those, but use the Firewood Marketplace to do the transacting and ordering.
Gotcha.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It is. This right here could change everything about. And you can also keep track of what you do every year right here also.
The only where he was zoomed out and had multiple states.
Yeah, you can do this in any
Clearly
state.
there was the only thing I don't like is that, like $10. Well, like this is not all the same quantity of wood being sold clearly because
we have a few
$10 is a bundle.
We have
a few listings on here that didn't quite understand how it was supposed to work. So
I feel like it should all be listed by the same volume so you can know what you're these prices you can't compare the price because you don't know what the volume is.
When you're looking at the ones that are in your area, you can click on them and you can compare them and they'll tell you.
Well, I don't want to be devil's advocate.
So,
but it does.
I don't have a tape measure next to that truck. You know what I mean? Right. I don't know how much is in there really.
Since the platforms, it's just getting launched. There's a learning curve here, so we need. I guess it's good to clarify. We need people that are selling product on here to get
their act together. That's what needs to happen.
We need them to make separate listings. So if you're going to sell face cords, have a listing for face cords. If you're going to have an option to buy a full cord, have a full cord.
For full cord.
So you have different listings for different things and even different wood types.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, this like where your cursor is.
Yeah.
He's got it in baskets. I think the guy on the left is selling a truck bed load for $120, however much is in there. I'm guessing. It doesn't even really specify. And then the other one, he's got the baskets. And then I don't know if he's pricing as a price per basket or not. It doesn't even matter. But
I think not to pick on this guy. I don't know who it is. But I think this is another one that maybe didn't quite understand how to set it up.
Right.
And we actually, as my understanding, we have a video now that will show you that. He mentioned selling stacks, bundles, truckloads, or whatever.
Yeah.
Should have a different listing for each of those quantities.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. List each product separately, basically.
Yeah.
Not only that, okay, but that just makes me think of something else. That's going to it's going to give you multiple hits in your area too.
Sure.
It's going to help you dominate if you've got different quantity, if I list a face cord quantity and I list a cord quantity and a 2-cord quantity, boom, I got three tabs on there.
There you go.
That pull up in my town instead of one with a very vague ad that nobody understands what I'm trying to do with.
Now,
so that's a good. Yeah.
You're going to be like everybody else. Like what I'm going to do in my area in Green Bean, we're going to put up the firewoodmarketplace.com signs in anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
People see it. Anybody burn firewood are going to be like, whoa, hey, look, a new guy. Let's check that out. A lot of people in your area, major intersections, I'm gonna get like 6 of them made, maybe $35-40.
Mm-hmm.
So what? What is it going to do? This right here is for people wanting to build their business. Maybe you're starting out wanting to do firewood. You know what I mean? Here you go. You're needing firewood. You're tired of the guy ain't working out for you. You just moved into this town. You have no clue where to buy firewood. Here you go.
Yep.
The Firewood Marketplace. And you're not going to get screwed by anybody because everybody has to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And again,
well, if somebody is screwing somebody, selling or buying, they're going to
everybody's
last
gonna know
long.
about it, 'cause
They're
you're
going to
gonna
last long because they're going to get
Right.
Yeah.
reviews.
Yep.
That's what's cool, man.
No, I think it's great.
It weeds out the bad people.
Yeah.
It really does.
I think it's going to be awesome once everybody learns how to use it
Properly.
learns how to use it appropriately.
It takes time.
Well, and
It
like
really
the
does.
one there, I'm just going to pick on him, but firewood for sale, $400. Well, I'm thinking that's for the dump trailer load.
Yep.
But it doesn't say how much the dump trailer holds. You know, I mean, if I'm a customer, that's what I want to know. And I haven't seen any of these lists of
That don't even
quantity
look
for
like
that
two
matter.
records.
I mean,
They
I'm
don't
not
even-
trying to be mean, but, and then the other one, he's listing firewood, but he's showing logs. And frankly, that's not a finished product. The one, a stack of logs, a huge, nice, impressive stack of logs. It says seasoned. Well, if it's in a log form, it's not seasoned. That's another thing, pet peeve. I don't care how old the log is, how much bark has fallen off, or how rotten and punky and doty it is not seasoned until you cut and split it.
Split it.
It will not season in log form. I don't care what anyone says.
We use green beans as I guess a good example.
Who's Rick?
Rick a Hickory, $100.
A Rickery?
Rick a Hickory.
A Rickery?
A Rickery.
A Rickery Hick?
Yeah.
But here he listed it. He put the actual dimensions in.
Right.
So
He
this
did do a good job.
Yeah.
is the right way to list it.
Has he been professionally trained?
Maybe.
Yes, he has.
We may have coached him a little bit.
The IT
Hey, he didn't say
guy.
how long the pieces of wood are, though.
No, because it's a Rick. Doesn't matter. They'll tell him. I know that's different down there in Seymour, Indiana. Up here in Spencer, we do things a little bit different.
I guess so. Anyway. And that's another good thing to hit on too, though. Be transparent with your customer.
Yes.
If your wood is not fully seasoned, don't tell them it's seasoned.
Just be
There are a lot of customers that have bought so much wood they were told was seasoned that they have adapted to the point that they are proficient at burning green wood and they think it's seasoned.
right.
I kid you not. When you
When you
dump
do
it
get
out on a
seasoned-
concrete driveway,
Big, big-
if it makes a thud sound, it's still green.
right.
If it makes a hollow thump sound, like a hollow sound, and it when it hits the
You
ground,
can tell.
then it's pretty dry,
Yeah.
and you can just tell. I mean, you can get a moisture meter, or whatever you want to do, but don't be misleading to people. It's bad business.
If you're going to
That's
get a
dirty
moisture
is what it
meter
is.
and moisture meter my firewood when I'm bringing it in, you might as well just go ahead and buy it. Just get it,
Yeah,
I'm not.
yeah. I mean, customers need to just buy it ahead of time enough that they can
Yep.
season it themselves and know that
I
it's
was like,
seasoned.
hold
But
on a minute.
that's another subject. If
Yeah, I
I'm,
tell them, hey man, if you're going to be this picky, I deliver it in June.
yeah,
Come get it in June. You can stack it all up, man. I'll deliver it to you, and then you have. Well, I ain't got no room for it. Well,
so I think that if a customer was told the wood's seasoned, it should be seasoned. But I saw this. I don't. You know how Facebook is. It suggests posts from groups. This was a KitchenAid group or something. Like KitchenAid mixers,
Really?
and they must just have random topics on there. But someone got on there and was griping because someone brought them green wood or something, and I thought, well, this, if this was false advertising, this person's justified. And I thought that as a vendor.
Yep.
And then I get in the comments and everybody was roasting that person. Said, if you wanted it seasoned, you should have bought it last year. You should do it yourself. Blah, blah. I was like, wow. Tell them. I was surprised they didn't have any support for their
In a
complaining.
KitchenAid, yeah.
But again, I don't know what their firewood dealer told them if it was,
I don't know.
I don't know how that was advertised, but just be transparent with people.
True.
That's a big deal.
It is.
Be real. Be genuine.
Hey guys, I'm telling you what, this right here is just a little bit more about firewood. We got a little bit more about the Rick and the cord, and a little bit more about, the big boilers. We talked a little bit about that. We talked about Firewood Marketplace and Google. Man, Eric, again, dude, appreciate you, man.
I think we could talk about firewood for a long time.
firewood is a big thing. We need a lot of young people in firewood too to start this thing out. And there is potential for young people to start a firewood business.
Yep.
So, hey, y'all, be safe, be good. Eric, thanks again for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
And that is a big Indiana boom, baby.
Guns and sawdust echoes loud, carving out truth where the strong stand proud. We're done for now, but we'll be back again. Tune in next time where the stories never end.
God, Guns and Sawdust is a production by TKP Media, LLC.